fifth final film, and maybe my last film of the year, because we'll see what I get to tomorrow, or if I spend the whole day writing. I don't know. We'll see. Was one that one of my Twitter friends really, really recommended, and I loved this directing duo's previous film, so I was very excited to watch this film. This is I'm going to say her name so wrong. Nana Ekvtimishvili and Simon Grosh's My Happy Family. They have shortened their directing duo name to Nana and Simon, and thank you, because I practiced that last name 5 times before I started recording, and I still fucked it up. This was written by Nana, and it stars oh man, I can't pronounce these names. Ia Shigaliashvili. They're Georgian, from the country Georgia, not the state Georgia. Their previous film was called In Bloom, and it was set during the Civil War, and not the American Civil War, obviously the Georgian Civil War, in the early 90s, and it is really good. It used to be on Netflix, and it's not anymore, and that's unfortunate. However, this new film, this 2017 film, is on Netflix, and you should definitely check it out. It is so good. It follows a woman named Manana who has decided she's 50 years old, her children are grown up, she lives in this apartment with her husband, her 2 grown kids, her daughter's husband, her mother and her father, and she's just had it. And she's can support herself, so she gets herself an apartment and she moves out, and it causes chaos for her family because her parents don't know how to deal with it. Her mother cannot handle it. Her children think that someone must have upset her. Her husband just keeps waiting for her to come home. He doesn't know what to do. No one knows what to do. And she, meanwhile, is bringing back her favorite things. She's eating cake like she loves to eat cake. She's learning to remembering how to play guitar, singing to herself, playing classical music really loud. She's just having a good time. And it's all these little joys that you get when you live alone. And as someone who lives alone, I appreciate that I can put any song I want at any time on as loud as I want, and no one cares. Except for my Mr. Rochester used to really hate when I listened to Miles Davis. But he's no longer with us, so I can listen to Miles Davis whenever I want. What I love about Nana and Simon's films is they always investigate gender norms and family norms within Georgian society. So the previous film was during the 90s, and it was sort of about, amongst other things, about child brides. And in this one, you have one girl who is Manana's student who's missed a month of school, and Manana's concerned, and she's like, why were you gone for a month? And this girl is 17, and she's like, I was divorcing my husband. And you're like, what? And they talk about that a bit, and her young daughter, who couldn't be much more than 20, is upset because she's married and can't have a baby, or hasn't had a baby yet. And there's various other marriages and babies and affairs and all kinds of things that are revealed throughout the film. But it's done in such a interesting way that you don't really know what's going to happen until the things happen. But the things that happen don't push the plot forward because it's not a plot-focused film. Things happen, but they aren't the plot. They're peripheral to the plot. The plot really is following Manana as she slowly allows herself to love life again and to luxuriate in the things that she enjoys, and to really put her family that is stifling her on mute and say, you know what, I didn't choose this family, I'm irritated, and I'm going to go live my own life. And I felt that very liberating, and I loved watching her just do her thing and enjoy being with her friends and eating cheese and cooking for herself. And she still has emotional ties to all of them, but she's so over their shit that she's just like, you know what? No, stop getting in everyone's business. And just as you think she's about to sort of have relief from all of this, one more thing happens, and then one more thing happens, and you realize that probably just having this little apartment and the few times when she's going to be alone in this apartment is the only time she's going to get this crazy family out of her hair. And it's a good thing that she gets to have this. So I love these filmmakers. I love the look at their society that they share with the world. I love their point of view. I love their complicated women. Manana loves cake, and they show her eating cake multiple times, and the cake looks so good. And I've got to tell you, I went grocery shopping a couple days ago, and I almost bought one of those like single slices of cake because I don't want a whole cake, but sometimes I just want a slice of cake, and I should have bought it, and I regret it. I'm still thinking about it. It was one of those pink cakes, you know. I never have pink cake. I should go back and buy it. Manana would have bought it. She would have bought that cake, and she'd have eaten it with a glass of milk and some tea, and that's a good life to live. So I loved this film. It is available on Netflix. If you're in America, I'm not sure. It might have Netflix around the world. I'm not sure if they bought the worldwide rights, but it's delightful. And again, you should also seek out their previous film, In Bloom, if you can find it. It's one of those films that I watched during A Year with Women that really, really stuck with me. And I look forward to any time this duo makes films because they make such striking films and such intricate, uh, wonderful portraits of people in crisis and people in everyday life and a mixture of all of that because life goes back and forth between normal and crisis and they navigate that and they navigate the crisis of just living really well in their films. So I recommend them. If you've never seen a Georgian film, here's one for you. Like check that country off your list. Although you shouldn't check a country off. You should watch as many films from all the countries as you possibly can. That said, I always make a New Year's resolution to watch more world cinema, and then I always like fuck it up and watch Italian films. But I love Italian films, so what are you gonna do? But anyways, this was My Happy Family by Nana and Simon. It's on Netflix, and you should 110% watch it.